every stroke of the clock, the entity seems to grow more powerful.
When you hear the words "get out," that is about as specific as you can get that you are not wanted.
Blah 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 blah.
I don't know anyone that would do this. So. How much is the new awning?
Don't park under a pine tree. But that was our last trip with Grace. Yep. And then it was off to Boston again. Well, it's morning time. Morning time, and we're on the way from New Hampshire. We're going to Boston Airport to fly to Dallas Fort Worth. Then we're gonna connect on to College Station. Grace is going to college. Woo! So we're gonna meet my mother, her grandmother, her auntie there. She's driving up over, so should be good. We're gonna get her apartment ready. I gotta move our stuff in for storage. If you remember, we put it all in storage. Gotta move our stuff that we have left into a smaller storage unit, and then it's a shopping to get Gracie set up.
Yep. That'll be cute.
So it's cool here in the morning in New Hampshire.
Really? The dog knows how to open the window.
Monty opens windows.
He's a button pusher.
He's a button pusher. So he stands on the buttons and gets the window down for himself. Split offs in a tunnel. I've never seen that. Monty, did you roll down the window again? You roll out the window. Monty knows how to roll down the windows.
Oh yeah, we drove here already to drop them off the first time.
That's the damn Pope. Yeah, it's right here at the station. Back to Boston. We went to the airport there and flew to Dallas, and then flew from Dallas to College Station because she's going to Texas A&M. 2 sneak attacks. One, get the exit seat.
I told her that but like check out all the extra.
Number 2, they usually ask if anyone wants to check their bag at the gate. It's free, and you don't have to fumble with it, putting it up and trying to get it before you leave. Let them have your bag. So they'll.
do connected flights too. So if you have a carry-on, it will go usually. Final destination.
Yeah, that's what they're doing here. Usually I get it off each flight, and then you check it again at the next one, or they don't do it. But anytime they're doing it, why wouldn't you let them just take your bag? I guess people are scared to lose it, but man. So I went down to move her, and we came up here to get out of the heat. It was still in the 90s, but it started to cool off here. And then I went to Texas, back to Texas. It was 104 the day I moved Gracie into her apartment.
Yeah.
So Gracie, we're at the U-Haul place.
Yeah, we're about to get my stuff.
This is where we put everything in storage. And it's a U-Haul place. Looks like the busiest in town. And so, not much to tell there. I didn't get too much footage because I was just spending time with my daughter. We went out to eat lunch at a Korean place. It was excellent. My mother drove up to meet us, and she was staying with us too. We stayed in a nice hotel. This is absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You got a little tea set.
What is that?
What's that? It's a camera.
Mm. What is it? Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, look at that.
I had to stay here for work. So.
The Stella is where we stayed. Yeah, it was nice.
I hope you got some pictures of that.
And then I flew back, and our last daughter was gone. Sad, but happy to see them spread their wings and fly, you know. I think we prepared them for the world, and she was ready. Maybe after living in the RV a little bit, I helped her.
Ready.
Huh?
Yeah, she was so ready to go.
So we have just officially become empty nesters. So we got our last daughter off to college. We got 2 kids in college. One of the reasons we're doing this, we got 2 kids in college at the same time, at least for a year.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're in the RV, we're moving, but we've essentially been living, this is 44 feet, right? This is a 12-foot garage.
Nice garage.
So we've essentially been living in, do the math,
36?
32-foot trailer.
32. Oh my God, I can't add.
We've been living in 32 feet the whole time.
Wow.
And the kids had this, mainly Gracie was here. And then, you know, when Kayla comes to visit and everything, but the kids had this whole 12 feet with the bathroom, of course. And it's nice, but essentially,
Sorry.
it's okay. Essentially, we just gained 12 more feet of living space. So this has got to go up and out of the way. We're going to get rid of this couch completely. Going to store this, going to put a desk there, and leave this couch for, you know, anybody wants to see what I'm editing or watching that. Also, the dogs will need a place to lay down while we're on the computer.
This is what the kids installed while they were here. How do you turn this thing off?
On the side.
Oh, it's on the top.
I think it's dead.
It's just like a twinkle, little twinkle skylight. Yeah, that's his little desk area.
Well, that's why, and you know, the kids are asleep.
And there's a back porch because this is the full house.
Yeah, the kids are asleep in here. I need to edit video or do, yeah, so it's been
Rough.
It's not rough, but I mean, yeah, but anyway, this is about to become the office, so we've got to get rid of this bed. I put on the local park who wants a bed, but I know most people don't want to use bed. I get that, but it's still in good condition. It's a beauty rest. But the thing is, it's too thick to put in the storage position and run the AC, because your returns are here and there, and so you need the airflow. So that's why the mattresses that come with this are like, I don't know, 8 inches max. So anyway, this is going to go up in the store position. Going to remove this one completely because we want to have access to flow in and out to the back porch. So that's where we are. We're getting rid of this thing. I don't know what we're going to put. We've got a lot of people put a blow-up mattress, and that's what we've got. We've got 2 blow-up mattresses, a queen and a single, because we can put the single right here, you know, in a pinch when someone else is staying, but then we can always blow up the queen mattress and put it on here. So I think that's all we're going to keep, at least for now. So this got to go so we can start making the transition, and I can, you know, have this as a nice office. Okay, so here I am. The wife, she said one of the main reasons she wanted the toy hauler, well, I mean, besides the versatility is what she said, but you know, but besides, in that versatility, besides just having a place for the kids to stay with the bed, she liked the versatility. In her mind, she wanted a place to sit and eat. I want to get rid of this couch, put a desk here, put a chair, and then leave this couch for the dog to sit, or anybody that would want to sit and, you know, kind of see what's going on with the computer with me. But also we would remove this, see, and that would give a flow through to the deck. Now we still may do that, but right now she says she wants to keep this as a dining area. But one thing I wanted to point out, I'm just learning this, I haven't had this, the kids have had this. This has been the kids' room, right? So for the most part, I lifted it up, you know, just to get the Vespa in here, other things, but I haven't really messed with it. You know, the kids have had their stuff in here and been in here. So now I'm kind of learning a little bit. But one thing I'm noticing is awesome. I've had the monitor temporarily facing this way, but I want it all this way, because this is the business side. Well, I'm sorry, that's the business side where all the services are, but this is where you'll look out into the park and whatever if you want to open the window. So I want to be faced this way. But to do that, I'm gonna have to change out my cords and rearrange everything. So I gotta crawl under here and do all this and get the plugs set up and all that. Well, and then I'm like, duh, that's the beauty of this Happy Jack system. I wish all the furniture, like when I lived in a house, I could just lift it up, clean and organize under it, and drop it back down. Look at that beauty. If you're wondering what that cable is, that's the DSL, which is terrible internet, but we're glad to have it. It's all you can get out here where we are, but at least it is some internet. Yes, 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 yes. I think just go up. I can't. I can lay it down and go higher, because these do fold down, but I think that's good enough. When I say fold down, I mean these literally fold down. See? And when you do that, I can go even higher. That's nice. Now I can walk under it without hitting my head. Huh. Pretty neat. I'm almost 6 feet. I mean, and I am with shoes on, but I don't have my shoes on. But still, I think, yeah, you could be 6 something, still walk under here. That's awesome. Anyway, that gives me room to organize all this. Get my Get my power right. Swap the computer to the other side. See how I'm gonna organize this thing. Cool beans. The RV, it's a love-hate relationship. Right now, it's a love relationship. So it's always something, right, with these RVs. Well, as I told you, I'm gonna organize this room and redo it. Well, I just wanted to listen to some music while I did it. Well, this has been provided by DRV. They installed this, but it was part of the what do you call this, accessory list or whatever that, you know, I thought was nice and kind of helped you decide to purchase. It can even play only DVD. I don't know who played DVD anymore, but you can still connect to the TV if you wanted. But also it controls the speakers in here and the speakers outside. And I did figure out to play the speakers outside or to play the speakers inside, you just go forward and back, you know, like front or back, fade. Anyway, all that's fine, but let's go to settings here. And you see right here, you see restore settings and you see Bluetooth. Yep, can't do it. Why? The reason you can't do it is this is a car radio and it does not think that the parking brake is engaged. So it's a safety feature. So you can't go here and go to your Bluetooth settings. Now, if we go to Bluetooth, I go to phones here. Oh, people have already connected. So if you own this, maybe you just go connect your phone and you never think about it. Not a big deal, right? So maybe that's what DRV's thinking, because I don't know why they would not bypass this so you can control your unit. Either they don't care, they don't know, or the installer didn't do it correctly. Anyway, I'm full. This can obviously only do 3 devices, okay? So I can't connect my phone. So how do I go connect my phone? Well, I would go to settings. I would go to Bluetooth settings. See, these are other settings. I would go to Bluetooth settings, maybe delete some phones or whatever I need to do. I don't know what the options are. I can't even see it. So I've got to go myself in here and bypass that parking brake safety feature. But if you're having this problem, let me see what I do and then you can see what I've done. Okay? All right. So I just took these 4 screws out. Let's see what's behind here. Oh, great. There we go. I'm a little bit concerned because, you know, when you remove something, sometimes it doesn't go back the same, right? But either way, I'm gonna have to replace this or something. I can't even use it. It's unusable. I don't want to leave an ugly hole. Man, that is really connected to something back there. So I talked to DRV. Greg at DRV's he's been terrific. Got right back with me, stayed in touch, all that. But he talked to the production manager, he said. And they said it's just 4 screws holding this. But I'm yanking on this thing like I'm gonna break something. Look at that. There's no way. Look. Hear that? Hear that against the wall? I see a screw here. Yeah, this is the culprit right here. Parking brake. But all you've got to do, which they didn't do on mine, when I talked to DRV, he said they do it. They must have just missed it. Because I mentioned, hey, if you're not doing it, do it so other people don't have the same problem that I had. He said that they do it. It is their standard to do it. But if you're having a problem where you can't get to your Bluetooth settings, you have a toy hauler DRV. It's all about this green parking brake wire. Because watch this. All you got to do, you see no restore settings, no Bluetooth. But all you got to do is ground it. Boom. See, as soon as I grounded it, look at there. Oh, I got all of my different settings. I was having a problem getting this off because, you know, you never know how much pressure to put. And when I was pulling this, it was way in here like this. When I was pulling it, I could hear it in the back of the wall right here. Boom, boom, boom. Well, and it's that backer board back there, and all those wires were catching on it. So, but when they told me it was only those 4 screws, then I was confident enough to just, you know, I've manhandled stuff in my life, and you break it, you know what I mean? So you don't know what's back there, you don't know what you're dealing with, you don't know how much pressure to put. But anyway, I'm gonna ground this out. I'm gonna screw it just to any wire, any nut, and then put it back in, and I can reset this thing. So I'm still organizing the toy box here. I don't know if I've ever showed you though. Have we ever showed you? What's cool is I can bring it up in the couch sitting position. It's going to clear the table, which is good. Monty, you going for a ride, buddy? What I'm doing right now is pulling it all the way up, because I have to pull it all the way up. Whoa. I have to pull it all the way up so it will touch. See, when you put it all the way up and you want the bed to stay up, like out of the way in the storage position, you use these pins. Well, if I were to release these right now, this thing will go and drop all the way to here. This bracket will touch here. Will touch here. And then we'll, so what I want to do, pull this up till it touches, remove those pins so I can bring it all back down, so I can organize, you know, this is storage. 4 pins, 1, 2, 3. See how that drops onto that? That one was always tricky. When we had the bed up there, the queen, from the house, it shouldn't be up there. It's too thick, too tall. These pins were a pain. And number 4. Those last 2 had some weight on it. I don't know if that's because those were the last ones. Now watch, I'm gonna bring it back down. It's all gonna come down. That's the DSL wire that they came and installed, just coming through the back. That's temporary, because when we leave here it won't be there. And there we go. Now I can reach up here and organize and do whatever I need to do. Yeah, I think it kind of helped her solidify that she wanted to go off to college after living in the RV. But then, you know, we noticed something too, because we didn't plan on them living with us all the time. We want the versatility of the toy box so we can, you know, have them come stay at any time. Kids always seem to come home. Right, that's what we know. We were going to buy a Houston, which is just one big open area, but then COVID hit and our daughter came home from New York, as you remember, if you saw that, and we realized, yeah, kids can come home, we need a place. Plus, in a pinch too, if the world goes to crap, we can run for the hills.
Yeah. We need those batteries before we can do that.
Yeah, we still got to do the lithium batteries and the solar. But we'll let you know where we're going next after this. But it's a place where we should easily be able to get that. Even though Battleborn is based out of Reno, Nevada. Oh. But still, we'd be close. Hear them riding dirt bikes? Yeah, they ride a lot here. You know, our road raisers in El Paso started a group there, a riding group, El Paso ATV, UTV, and Dirt Bike Club. It's got like 1.8 thousand members. And I was turning down anybody that didn't have a ride. You have to show a ride in your profile or I won't accept it, just to keep everybody safe from rides, you know. Because you don't want people knowing, hey, we're going to meet up here and park here, and then all those trucks are parked there while you're off riding, and you know. Anyway, I wish this channel had 1.8 subscribers, 1.8K subscribers, but we'll get there.
Inside there, as I'm rolling the thing back.
What?
I don't know if you see it, but there's a piece of rubber up there that's kind of being pushed backwards. I don't know if you want to look at it or get in there and do something.
Let me see. No, it's made that way.
It is?
Yeah.
Pine straw.
Now and later wrapper.
How'd that get there? Alrighty, litter bug.
Pine straw, do you understand? I'm not just crying. It's a real problem. That's the piece she's talking about. It's just permanent. So the dogs, when we put them out here, we have these things. So they run and see, like, he's ready to get connected. But Monty pushes buttons and he gets everything twisted. He like he's weaving a basket. He'll take it and just, like we had it and they were just, both dogs were caught up here, couldn't move anymore between it all. Where is Coco?
On the golf cart.
Well, see, they love the golf cart. And Coco even loves it. Like, even if we're not going anywhere, it's her outdoor couch. So Monty talking about getting twisted up. I had these just to keep him in here sometimes. Well, look, he's ready to get attached to it. He didn't realize what he did. He got it wrapped around his leg so bad I had to cut it. Had to cut it to get him out. Because he's a weaver. Anyway, we're gonna go work on getting buttoned up because we're pulling out of here in a couple days. Could go through the process, but this just isn't the time. We've been here months, so it takes a lot more work, especially you're in a campground under trees and you've been there months. Anytime you've been somewhere months, it takes a little while. But one other thing before I go, I want to show you. Not a big deal, and most of you probably do it anyway. Highly suggest one of these tables. It usually sits right here. I move it around to where I need it, but it kind of sits right here. Even when you're bringing in groceries, it can be a staging table. And then when I'm doing stuff, I got my tools out, you know, and I can set them out and products I'm using and my gloves and whatever. It's just a multi-use table at all times. You just end up using it for everything. As you know, I already packed up the kitchen and it's gone. This sits in the back of my truck, so it's usually pretty empty. So like if I get groceries or something, I'll throw it in there so it doesn't slide around the truck. I usually have this, anything we shop for, bags, we can put in here and we can either get it out or just pull the whole thing up here, put it on that table, and then stage it into the rig. But yeah, one of these tables, invaluable. I use this constantly.